Alright, welcome back to Timberborn. And for those of you just having a look, welcome to Timberborn. I have been doing a little bit of work off camera, as you can see from the cycle and days up in the top right hand corner. And we have modified this to try and get some better water flow over these wheels when they come up, and might even build another one on the end. And we have added in more wheels down here. Now we did build a dam to put them in, but I want to see how they compare. As you can see, they are producing quite well. This one not so much, this one not so much, but these two, when the water is flowing, they are going really good. Bit of back pressure, but as you can see how the water is flowing out of this one and not so much them. But in order to get the drive across, yeah, I figured why not. So they might not spin up too good, but this one and certainly the one next to it should do so. I've also cancelled the destroy order and we've put in a flag here because we might as well harvest that, and I've noticed that it's actually repopulated. It's growing that little forest of pine, put in some extra pine trees around itself and has gotten bigger. So might as well use it. So we'll just put a gather in there in the short term. I've now got 132 carrot plots. I got rid of the sunflowers, and we've still got our potatoes and our wheat, and they have, I was a bit worried that the two people working here couldn't get to all this and get it done in time. As you can see, it's on planting, so what they're going to do is they're going to harvest in order to plant instead of just harvest. So that seems to work out the best, and we shall see exactly how far through, see if they get all this done again, and then we'll keep adding stuff and seeing how good this one farm can cope with a large plot. Our gear workshop is being done again, and we will crank that up, so that should get power off the lumber mill. We'll pick up the speed. So everything in here has been remarked for re-sowing by the forester. If we have a look at our plant, these are all the ones that are going to be done. I've filled in all the holes left by the previous ones we'd chopped out. So they should now be, well, replaced, I would hope. You'll see that one there we've highlighted has indeed got a replace on it. So we'll give it a time to play through and we'll see what happens. So it is important, guys, to figure out exactly where you want to put your dams. I've changed the shape of this one to get, it is possible we had it slightly better with more water over here, but I wanted to hook all the wheels up. You could hook a wheel up here, but you do need to build out to it, and we are waiting for our gear in order to put that one in. You see all our carrots now are starting to be ready to be harvested, so we'll see if they can get through the whole lot and how much one farm can actually handle. We are starting to get low on our food, which is a little bit of a concern, but the carrots should be coming through now, one would hope. And I have got the priority on the carrots to make sure that they do actually work them first, just to see what's going to happen. So here our planks, our gears are going to start coming out soon, and that has got plenty of power as well. And if we have a look at our wheels here, we've got over double, so we can put two more of these in on these four wheels. And as you can see, the outside one is definitely spinning the fastest. It's got the path of least resistance through here. When we build a little dam, that should push the water back the other way a bit. So it is important to think about exactly where you want these sorts of things. Like across here, you can see it flows faster at the corner than it does on the outside, just like in real life. I actually quite like the way they've done it. And we're eventually also going to put another district centre over here and start building on this side. And we can facilitate well, see, we've got our water towers now starting to get filled up, so our water should continue to improve. We may need a water pump, so we could think about making a water section over here. We'll have a look at the district gates in a bit. We'll do that further down. Oh, we've got an injured beaver. Where is he? He's unemployed at the moment, understandable. I'm not sure why he is injured. Working speed. Well, movement speed. Life expectancy. So we need to organise some well-being for these guys, which is obviously going to be some of this stuff down here. A campsite. Let's actually let's put a campsite in the back here for now. We want to get around that corner. Well, we'll just put it here. Yeah, we'll put a pathway in so they can get to that. And it only takes logs, so what else have we got for their well-being? Rooftop Terrace we're going to put in now. I have put some more buildings in. See our numbers up to 25, so I'll put these in with these 2 tiers coming up so they can access it. We haven't finished designing this side here yet, so they can't get into any of these for now. So we're low on housing, so we chuck these ones up here. And I'm thinking about bringing a stair up from there, or even from here, and then we can bring another one up to here. We only need the one, so we can put a triple in there, bring it up, and then singles on top of here, put a staircase in there, and that'll get the guys up from here. And we can put more housing up on top of this lot. Bearing in mind, of course, we can still put them in the back here. Further down the track, as we come across, we can put housing in here, or housing in here, and build it up so they got the path. They can have a path around this way. We didn't really need the 2-tier system there. We could have done. You see it's got the ramp down, so we can put another one around there. And another one on top of here. And that'll keep them pretty happy, I would imagine, getting into that stuff. And see, they'll be up on this layer. And then we can continue that up as we go up on top of these buildings. So for now we are just waiting for our gears, which have come through, so we'll just turn the speed down a bit. There you can see our right angle drive lifting it up, and we definitely need, well, planks aren't too bad, but we got a lot of logs, so we're going to put in another lumber mill back in here where we're going to have it. And you can see we can build out here if we have to access this. Build around to put in any other stuff that we want. You see these aren't actually spinning, so they're not producing anything because everything's going through this one here. And then these ones still going alright, but not the best. And we could certainly, well, we will end up building a dam in here, which should actually hopefully push more water back the other way so we can take power off on gum on this side. So looking at our carrot situation, you see the potatoes are ready to harvest. So we will see if they actually get into these potatoes at all. There's 132 carrot plots in that. and you can see the difference between the planted and the ready to pick. And we'll see if they actually get through and get into some of these potatoes. This I think will crank that up as well, get that done, get these pulled out so that we can plant over the top. Alright, other than that, we're going pretty good. We've got 26, we've got plenty of silence happening. We've still got unemployed workers, incapacitated 1, that's no problem. Unemployed 6, so we've got 6 things that we can add, so we are up to here. I think it might be time that we see, that's all coming down, so at the moment the only way really we've got to get up is through here. And you can see that that's actually a lower level down through there. They come up to this level here, and then they come back down again, so there's no real way to access any of this. And we could go that way, straight up onto them. And move all this housing over one, which is certainly possible. I've had to chuck in some more of the warehouses because we were getting way over occupied in these two here. So I just dropped them in. And they are the same shape as the house, so we can certainly put more housing up on here. We may even build back and have it so that it comes across here. That might be the better way to go. This house is kind of going to be in the way a little bit. But we can, well, we'll figure something out. This can always be moved. And we'll leave the house there. We can even have a walkway across the back. Have housing there. And then it's a matter of figuring out how to bring that up so that we can put housing in next to this one here. And housing pointing out this way and housing pointing out that way. And we'll be on that next level, which we can then take over to there and bring a stair. Well, we can access through there, I believe, up and around, so we can always put stairs in here. And there's also obviously plenty of room over here to do something very similar. We can put stairs up there. Fill all the back in here with housing. Alright, so we have our campfire with our visitors, popularity, even tell you the popularity, that's great. So that should lift their well-being up a little bit, and we have got another drought on its way. Our dam is built. You can see that there should be powering quite nicely, which it is. That's only 16, that's not really doing much, so we will go ahead, I think, and we'll put another water well in here, and we'll see what difference that makes. And if this continues to do what it's doing, we can put another one in there as well to redirect some of the water back. Actually, let's just do that anyway, and we'll see what sort of flow rate we get off each of them. This one's definitely the best. It's coming around and taking the quickest way down. So we have the gear shop up and running. We should have some gears, which we do. Time to put in our dynamite manufacturer, which is not here. Paper mill. Terraforming. Where is terraforming? It is here. Okay, explosives factory. Now, it doesn't tell you here. It actually needs power. 150 horsepower, so this is going to have to be placed in with these guys here, because this is where we have that excess power. If you have a look, demand is 264 is what we're supplying, and demand is 0 because neither of the other two guys are working at the moment. I know we got double about what we need, so 150 we should be pretty right to put our explosives factory in over here, and we should be right to put it in on this side as well. So what we'll do is we'll drop it in there, and we will get our gears, our power, drop that in there, and of course we need a path to get to it. And while we're over here, because our water situation, just to be on this safe side, we will put another water pump. We could put one there and one there. Let's do that. And then we can bring it off the same path. Alright, so we'll crank that up. Yeah, these are spinning in different directions. This is all getting, well, we're actually in a drought, which is why there's no water flow, but you can see that everything on this side is still not a problem at all. We want to get a bridge in across here at some point. Our log situation's alright, our food situation's alright. You see the last of that water is just dried up. As it was falling off the edge. Now we got 5.2 days. So it's important to make sure that you get all your dams and everything in place. Keep all your crops and everything going. At least that way you're not going to run out of food. That'll get power when that water comes back. You see this one's flowing. They're still producing enough to at least operate one of these two items. And we want to get a golem plant as well. So where is our golem plant? Landscaping. Dirt excavator. So where do we get our golem plant from? Large warehouse. Underground warehouse, we will get this at some point. Labour. Builder's hut employs additional builders. That's something we can get in over there at some point. Even up here. Which is effectively where we want to get going anyway. So let's build that there so that we can come up this way if we want to. We might have a road. Well, we still need to, so let's just pause it for a second here, because we still need to get onto this level here from this section, so you're going to have to come down. We can't come across anymore. That's gone out the window. We can put steps in here, but we can't up to there, which means that the housing's going to, so there's going to be a house here, and there's going to be, see, as this goes, I reckon that's going to be green, so there'll be a house set back and there'll be a house going in here, and we'll be able to come in the back here, but we want to put our housing, we want to be able to walk across this section here. And then later on we'll put these across, and we'll actually step it up here. Even though we can't put a house in there, we don't really want steps anywhere else. Oh yeah, we can come, indeed we can come straight back across this way. So what we'll do is we'll put a path like that. Actually, this can be swung around or moved back. But what we're going to do is going to have a house in here, and then the access point will be straight across here, like so, with a set of steps leading up that way. So already we have proven that I don't know what I'm doing. We'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. And then the labourer's hut we'll put in here. And then our pathway will go up, and we'll go around the labourer's hut. Now that will get us down to this level. So this one can get accessed. This one here can now get accessed. So pass through there like that into the house. Pass through there like that, which will get those houses. These top houses can get accessed. And to get up to the next one, we can even have a set of stairs going up there, which will get us to the 4th level. But as it is, we want to get to the 3rd level. Now, I wonder if we can put a single one over that, which we can't. What about a double one? Can we put a double? See, so we can put a double one over there. And then we can put steps coming up off here. And that'll also get us to that top level. Excuse me for a second. Alright. So that can get us up to there. And now we just need to get up to this level, which we will do at the back of all this. Somehow we'll figure out a way. We'll keep going. That's our builder's hut. Now we also want our distribution and drop-off point. Housing, we've already sorted out the housing, triple lodge. Yeah, let's get that. So that is quite a big building. See, it's already double decker. And you actually access it from the next level up, which is really interesting. So we could almost put that in there. What about a double? That again, see, it's the same size, and you access it from the back like that. So we could do that and then push all these back to here quite easily. And our little townhouse one. which holds one inhabitant, but can certainly help fill some holes. So that can go in there. Our log is full. So we need some production started on our planks. We're still in a drought. But that's okay. So moving on. Our water, our large water tanks are just much bigger versions. And as you can see, we still need to cut that out to get a pathway in there. But interestingly enough, it does allow for a bit of an offset, which can be very, very handy, I must admit. So we could even drop that in there like that, and they would still have access to it. Let's put a path in there like that, and we'll have access to that, no problem. And now we have a nice big water tank, and we can get rid of these two and put another one in here, and we can come straight up there. So let's do that. Rather than terraforming, we'll just delete and delete, and we'll go and we'll have a look at this water tower. Oh, irrigation, so this will help us to provide water up to here, obviously, as you can see. You see we got steps leading down over that way, so once we can definitely duck back out that way, which is right there. So let's put a water tower in there. Oh, we can't, why not? Why can't we put a water tower in here? Okay, must be built on the ground, which is what we've got. That's obviously too high. We'll play around with that later. Where's the steam gauge? Measures the depth and flow of water. Interesting. Let's put one there and see what that actually does. Mechanical water pump pumps water up one side and discharges it on the other, more efficient than a regular pump. Maximum depth of 4. We don't have enough science for that yet, do we? 5,000? No, we do not. Okay. So we can put in aquatic farmhouse, employ specialised farmers, plant and harvest aquatic crops. Where can we put this? We might as well put it next to this one. And we can plant crops in along there. We'll put that there. And a grill. Now we can start making stuff. As you can see, we got various items. Looks like potato and log to make roast potato. Chestnuts, which we've got chestnut trees, and spadadoc, which will come out of here. So our grill, we can put this there. And then we've got a gristmaster for wheat, and a bakery, and a beehive for 400 size. So this will boost the As you can see here, beehive boosts the growth of nearby crops. So there's quite a few of them that you would want to put in if you're going to use that. Now, a tapper's shack. Wood workshop strengthens planks by infusing them with resin, which will need resin. The paper mill, efficient mechanised paper factory, prints books using paper. So the tapper's shack is basically going to get sap and syrup from the trees. So that'll get your pine resin, and then this will make the logs stronger. Not enough science to get that. We need 500, so we'll wait and we'll get one of them, and then we're going to have to put the tapper shack over near these guys as well. See what sort of range it gets. The metal section. We don't have any metal near us at this point, so and I know where there's some underground ruins. Now, windmills. Let's get the windmills. Why can't I? Oh, I don't have enough. Refinery, observatory. Here we go. Golem part factory 500. So we want to build up all of our sciences. So we will fast forward this for a little bit. As you see, I really don't think that they're managing to harvest all the carrots, because they still haven't got to this. So that's 132 with one farm. So as soon as all these logs are gone, we'll rip this guy out and we'll put another farm in, and we'll see how they go. Our little grill here. Recipe: grilled potatoes, grilled chestnuts, grilled spatterdock. So if we go with potatoes, which is what we've got here, and then we'll put this second farm onto potatoes as a preference. And see how many potatoes they can get through. We'll just watch this guy. Feel free to fast forward until you see it change again. We'll just see if they can get through all of these carrots in one hit. I think that field might be a little bit too big for them though. Alright, so our beavers are clearly not getting through all the carrots that we've got there.